Amol Arora, MD. Manish Rastogi, Group CEO and Director. Shalini Jaiswal, she is the COO and Director of Maple Beer South Asia. Abhishek Rathore, COO of Sanford Group of Schools. Next, can we have Bindu Sangwan, Founder, Principal, the Gurukulam School, Jaipur. Neha Singh, the Director of St. Kabir School and Siddharth International School. Lastly, can we have Preeti Kawatra, Chairperson of Petals Group of School over here. Can we have a huge round of applause for our next panelists?
Have an interesting discussion today, and to prepare for the discussion, we did some pre-session homework as well. We thought instead of having a series of speeches on different topics, which gets a bit boring, thoda debate kar lete hain, things which people disagree on. So what I did was I gave a series of questions to everybody and I asked them to give me a yes or no answer. And I've only picked the questions where they disagreed. So we have a half and half panel. So otherwise वो बात हो I agree ये होना चाहिए वो ज्ञान बांटने शुरू कर देते हैं सब लोग, फिर वो नहीं करेंगे हम लोग. And we'll keep, apart from the 5 of us, we'll keep 2 more people in the panel. One is a person in the child in the classroom who sits in the 3rd row. First row वाला दिखता है, last bench पे हमारा ध्यान रहता है as teachers. वो 3rd row वाला कहीं miss हो जाता है. And secondly, the audience as well, finally. So we'd like you to be a part of it as well. So I don't think just because we've been selected to speak, we are some God-gifted creatures. We all are, I can see we all experienced people here. So we'd love to hear from everybody else as well. So the question was smart campuses to intelligent education ecosystem. So I was wondering what smart means. Smart a few years back meant thoda smart classes laga do, interactive whiteboards laga do, put some ERP in a school, communication hona shuru ho gaya, then you are considered smart school ban gaya aapka. But today, I think with AI, everything needs to be questioned. The question is that if every teacher can have now an AI assistant and every student can have an AI tutor, what is the role of schools and what is the role of human beings in this? So I think this is what we're going to ask. So before I start with the questions, I'd like to ask the audience a couple of questions, just by a show of hands. How many of you think with the coming of AI, physical schools will become more important? Raise your hand. More important. Okay, and less important? Raise your hand. And how many will not raise a hand no matter what I'm going to ask you? Okay. So everybody agrees kind of that schools are going to be more important. Interesting, right? Ki technology aa rahi hai and we still feel schools are going to be more important, not equal, more. I asked a question that. And secondly is a bit of a concern that we've been seeing for the past 10 years since a smartphone, where the phone has become the pacifier for a child, right? And parents are actually asking for no screen time in schools. They're happy with no screen schools as well. So we're having a kind of, and I think Manish mentioned this in one of that, he's actually against the concept of tech. And so how many of you think children will have a better childhood? Learning ki baat nahi. Childhood because of AI. Because of AI, childhood is going to get better. Now that's worrying. Not a single hand went up. It's not about just the learning, I think it's about the childhood. I think that's something so remember this thought. So I'll go straight into the questions now. So just on this thought, Abhishek, I'll go with you since you're the youngest one in the panel today. So AI is promising everybody a personalized tutor. Ye to pata chal jayega, personalized learning ka time aa gaya, personalized assessment, personalized learning paths. You mentioned in the questions that are you afraid of what AI can do to childhood? You said yes. Can you explain what scares you?
Probably I said no.
Oh, you said no. So you said no. So
yeah.
Why? Then why no? I mean, is it just because you feel this is just because, is this a kind of because we are scared to कि होना ही है, was that a no because of the fear कि we can't challenge it, वो तो होना ही है, or do you genuinely feel no?
No, I feel that any technology that is, coming, we should understand one thing, that we cannot limit them. Anyways, the child is going to use it. We can guide them how to use it, what is the use, what is the misuse of it. We can, give that parameters and balance it out, rather than just saying that, oh no, this is not right for my child. वो चीज़ आप anyways नहीं कर सकते हो, right? So that is why I gave that answer, that no, I don't think so that I'll be scared. Rather, I would be more scared if I don't know.
Okay.
I would be more scared that कि मेरे बच्चे को पता है, मेरे आने वाली future generation is definitely knowing about certain technology, and I am not, unable to get hands on to that. So yeah.
Yeah. So Manish, you said yes. So what are you scared of?
I also said no.
Okay.
I have my proof here.
Okay, you said no.
But I would like to add to what Abhishek said. Because there is a yes and a no. I mean, the no comes with a caveat.
Correct.
I've said no because education in my mind is about curiosity. That's the only way a child can really, really learn. And that's the only way to avoid rote learning, which is what NEP wants to kill. And if we want to generate curiosity...
When you say the only way, what do you mean by that? What is the only way to learn?
Curiosity.
Curiosity, okay.
If the child is not curious, if he's not motivated to learn, learning will not happen. And AI can kill curiosity by giving spoon-fed answers, or it could generate curiosity if it ends every answer by asking more questions or encouraging the child to ask more questions. That's the caveat.
So, ma'ams, as principals, I want to ask you, so not a single hand went up and I asked, will it be better? So what concerns you about AI and childhood?
So first of all, AI is being given too much importance, especially in the education domain. That's the first thing.
Okay.
In the span of the last 10 years or so, we have gone from smart classrooms to online classrooms to now AI-powered classrooms, and yet the fundamental challenges of education remains untalked about, unanswered, unmitigated, and unwhatever. So the problem here remains, what is the end of education? Is it about teaching the newest technology that is coming in, or are we talking about teaching skills to lead a life that prepares them for whatever comes in the future? Are we talking about resilience, or are we talking about different kinds of technologies that will keep on evolving as the time goes on?
Right.
So that's where I stand.
So I'll just build on that question. So why are we not teaching the skills required for success in the 21st century? Or do you believe that we are? Are we doing it or are we not doing it? If we are not doing it, then why not?
See, I think this focus of building on skills had started more when we had faced the phase of COVID. And there were a lot of, from the government side also, because I had attended, I remember, where we are trying to connect the school education with the higher education, where they are putting up that when children are coming, even during the conversation also, it was being asked that are we really connecting the preschool, the school and the college? So are we really building on those skills which are required when the child is leaving the four secured walls of the school and then jumping into the ocean, we would say. And in fact, before answering this question, when we were discussing on the AI, the scare and all, this is a very recent example which I am quoting, which had happened with me. Statements that we download for the bank statements, these are generally the password secured. And my husband asked me that send it to me without this password protected. And I am really accepting it in front of everybody that I didn't know how to do it. And I searched, researched, and I did it finally. So that's what we are saying, that if we are scared of AI, or it is a form of AI only when we are using it. So I think we shouldn't be scared of it. And when we are saying that how much do we inculcate AI into our education system, so when students are doing it, even if we are stopping them, they are doing it, we are doing it. Now when a child is asking AI, what is the answer? Instead of asking what is the answer, why this is the answer. So the prompts, how we are guiding them, and instead of the AI making the childhood faster, if it can make it richer, I think that will, give us the solution.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask a question to the audience. By a show of hands, how many think it should be okay for AI to write homework for children? And let them teach how to leverage AI to write answers. Anyone in the panel? I mean, if we give a homework and ChatGPT can give the same answer to everybody, isn't that, what kind of preparation is that for life? Because dunya, when they go out, they will have ChatGPT and perhaps more advanced models by the time they graduate. So what's wrong in us changing the questions so that ChatGPT can't give an answer? What kind of homework is that if ChatGPT can give the answer?
See, I'm not denying that it is wrong. It depends on work, which kind of work we are giving. Of course, project work, they need to research, they have to find out the answer.
So can they use ChatGPT for that?
Not ChatGPT, they can use the resources, definitely, for different answers.
Isn't AI a resource?
It's AI only. I'm saying that it depends on work, how they're utilizing. It's not for regular, whatever the work is been given by the school, they are using AI and they're writing the answer. That is not correct way. The curiosity is very, very important, as Sir said.
Can I add to that?
Yeah. Manish, please. Thank you, ma'am.
After you've finished.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
So the simple point I want to make is, and I'm using some simple data. There are 14.5 lakh schools in the country. Roughly 14 because a lot of them closed down during COVID. 10.5 lakhs are government schools. Another 3 lakh schools are private schools, roughly of the same stature as the government. The schools that our kids go to are roughly only about 50,000. And the important point that I'm trying to make, because the questions about AI is, AI can democratize education. Keep in mind that some of these schools are in the wilderness where the teachers don't have the capability. That is where AI can play a big role. So good AI can bring the child to average education. But taking the child from average education to good to great requires a teacher.
So I think EdTech companies over here, you're getting some ideas from practitioners. We need some good AI who ends with a question and doesn't give answer. So you're hearing it. आप प्रोडक्ट्स लेके हमारे पास आते हो, हम बता रहे कि हमें ये चाहिए, बना दो प्लीज हमारे लिए. And yeah,
I think I just wanted to add one point here. When Vedas was actually presented, it was only in a verbal form. Even a book is also a technology. Okay, so the evolution happened. So now we are really talking about books. We can really go back to books, we can read from books and then present it. But see the evolution how started. Okay, so books have come up. So then slowly we started asking questions, slightly difficult to really, rather than saying it, refer books and then get back. And then things really evolved slightly. Now you have information, books are at a verge of it, not one book, hundreds of books with a question, probably it is answered. So now things have changed in the context that you cannot really ask a question which is based on a rote learning. You have to ask a question based on doing some kind of an experiment.
right.
So the analytical abilities, creative components, I think teacher has to evolve the change of evaluation mechanism to a level that using this technology, you cannot say we cannot use it because AI would really even transform bigger way. Super intelligence would evolve into it, and then we cannot say that we cannot really do it. We used to really have, in a mythological stories, Lord Krishna used to open a small box, and then he could see the future from it. And Bhagavad Gita was actually recited as part of a light transmission in a minute. So all that is actually what we can really see that is going to happen today and in our life in future. So what it really indicates is that we cannot really shy away from
Thank you, sir.
technology,
I think
but that's the idea that I
so
wanted to
so let me come to the principles here now. So what I'm getting from there is, and that's my personal bias as well coming into the question, is that it seems like it's not the children are not the challenge, the technology is not the challenge, it's us, the teachers and the educators. Can we say confidently our teachers are ready for 2035 world? So, yeah.
So, plainly, without any caveats, no. First and foremost, The mechanism to train the teachers, the B.Ed program, is insufficient. I'm going to be very blatant here. Plus, the CPD, the mandatory hours that we're expecting everybody to put in, nobody has the resource or time to do that. And our expectations collectively of teachers are highly unrealistic. We're asking them to evolve and learn at the pace of light. AI आ गया है तो AI सीख लीजिए, smart classrooms आ गया है. These are the teachers who don't even have an email ID unless the school provides them. We're expecting teachers to become the gurumas of the modern times. And I think the triangle that we used to talk about, where the child is at this one vertex and parent and the teachers are, that balance has to shift in the favor of teachers, their better training and their mental well-being as well, for students to benefit more out of the transaction.
Sure. And I'll ask Abhishek and Manish to do this, since both of you also run chain of schools. Now, this is a challenge which is, we all know that teacher motivation seems to be a reason why. And who pays for this? Why are we blaming teachers if the system isn't supporting them?
Okay.
So Manish, how do you solve this?
I have 3 points to make. And I'll start off with some data. PISA scores is, I'm assuming most of us understand what PISA scores are. It's a survey or it's a test which is done globally. India stopped participating many years ago because we were ranked at the bottom. PISA scores have declined over the last decade by 15 points on maths. And this is not a one-off decline. They have been declining for the last 10 years. Reading scores have declined by 10 points. These two indicate that in 10 years' time, and this test is done for a 15-year-old when he is in 10th grade. It means that by the time the child is in 10th grade, he has lost 1 year of education. This is a crisis. This is a crisis we are discussing. And Manish, the point I'm trying to make.
On the other hand, if you analyze skills of searching, finding information.
So I'm coming exactly to that.
Those might have increased. And
no,
why is that a problem? Why is it a crisis?
Let's debate this. Let's debate this because there's an interesting point. The countries that used to perform the highest on the PISA scores were a lot of Nordic countries, Singapore, Korea, South Korea, Hong Kong. Many of these countries realized that the correlation goes back to 2012, which is when PISA scores peaked. And that is when smart devices came into being. And kids of 10 years old, 11 years old started using these smart devices. Today you see them in the hands of a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old. I have seen 3-year-old kids standing in front of a television and swiping like this, expecting it to swipe. This is a crisis. And the simple second point that I want to make is, you can't fix a problem in a 15-year-old when it started at the age of 3. And thanks to the fact that I work with a company, thanks to the fact that I work with a company which runs 2,600 pre-primary schools, we have 2 lakh data points because that's the number of students we have right now. And when we look at it year over year, what we realize is the quality of teaching that happens in pre-primary. There is no standardization. We are aware that there is no standardization. NEP is trying it, but yet there is no standardization in the quality of teacher there. And that brings me back to the third point. If we do not have standardization of quality, NEP has been rolled out in 2020, we say, but they are still trying to fix the curriculums. After curriculums, we need to fix teaching or the quality of training, as ma'am was talking about. Until that is fixed, this will remain a crisis.
Okay, so Abhishek, let me go to you with this question. So Manish is talking about standardization of teaching, of education. Would you want this? Because now suddenly the creativity in early childhood education is because every school group has been free to research and create. We want, and we've seen the level of innovation reduces when you reach grade 9 and 10 because now you're forced to follow the class 10th examination. So if a standardization system in curriculum comes in, do you think that will be better for you or do you think it's detrimental for children? Because now you're forced to teach what somebody sitting in central Delhi decided, some rocket scientist decided that children at 3 should learn this. Is this necessarily a good thing or is not having standards a good thing as well. Do you like that freedom, or do you think it should be curtailed so that everyone is aligned? I'm talking about equity and equality here.
See, Amol sir, what I feel, I mean, it is totally my view. I think since so many years we are in that standardization of the curriculum or the kind of teaching methodologies that we are already implementing. I think we need to be more personalized because we need to understand that every child's growth pattern is different. They might be, understanding mathematics in a certain way. They might be slow. The other, student would be, better. So we, rather than standardizing, I think that with the help of the technology, we should be more focusing towards the personalized learning rather than just having the standardized setup itself.
So, ma'am, I'll come to you with where do you stand with this standardization, one size fits all for the whole country? You've got an NEP, which is an NCF as well, and a country as diverse as India, where every city, every 100 kilometers, everything changes. Would it be right to have standardization at all, or should it be just, if I can just modify Abhishek's words, just to mass personalization for every child, where every child has their own learning paths and just figure out what they need to do? Where do you see the future going with education? Because clearly AI is forcing us to ask questions about what should schools look like 20 years from now. So where do you see it going? Do you see a mass standardization happening in the name of quality, or do you see a mass personalization happening?
Sir, see, whenever we try to improvise on something, we always put a bar that we should reach here. But while your progress towards that bar, you have to take different ways, and those different ways take you to that personalization. We have a policy. We do it like I am trying to inculcate it wherever I have been teaching, that when a parent is sending the child to the school to study, if a particular school says when they are taking the entrance examination for the admission, they always put some bar, okay, if this much of marks, then only we are giving the admission. And if not, then we will deny. We had taken admissions stating that a child, if will not study at my school, will study somewhere, but the child will definitely study. So why not us, it becomes a challenge for us and as an educators. A child who is intelligent, anybody can teach. But a child who requires support, I think there you require the courage, and there comes the personalization. So the standards should be there, but then how to reach to that standards, you really have to become personalized also.
I think this is an interesting point about personalization versus standardization. The thought I have is the teacher, there is data behind this. Research shows that the single most correlated variable to learning outcome is the quality of teacher and the trust that the student places in the teacher. Nothing can tell you more than that the teacher is important. But can we back that personalization that we need from the teacher with AI support? Let me give you a theoretical example. This may not happen today, but it is a likely scenario maybe a few years down the line. Every CBSE classroom, I'm assuming we're talking about CBSE, but I assume that most classrooms today have cameras. If that camera feed could be coming through AI, I can well visualize 40 kids sitting in a classroom and AI being able to read their emotions and say, this kid is bored because he understands everything. This kid is bored because he understands nothing. And that allows the teacher to personalize.
But isn't this a risk of data privacy, mistakes happening? Would you trust your child's future to a camera-generated AI report? And ma'am, I'd like to ask you that question as a teacher. As a principal, would you believe a camera is telling that this child needs intervention right now and this doesn't, this person is okay? Are we there yet? Isn't that scary? I mean, I'm just saying that your child, because that puts the emotion behind it. Would I trust my child, chodo professionally? Personally, would you do it? Do you trust this kind of system?
So if we're able to build those kind of systems, we're able to read those micro gestures and emotions, that is where the intervention comes from the teacher's aspect. I agree with sir. We're only collecting
Let me give you a
that's
live
one
example.
aspect. Yeah.
Manish loves data and live example. Let me give you that. I had put the WhatsApp chats in AI. Both were mistakes. Now imagine we do this to the child's future. We are adults. I caught up. I said, okay, fine. This is a mistake. I had just copy pasted to Claude and said, okay, fine. What did everybody say? Give me
So
who agreed. Why?
that's
Now look at that.
another-
Now there's a live example right here. Do
Yeah.
I trust my child's data with something like this?
So that is another issue. That's the problem with the technology not being up to the mark. If a technology that is capable of doing this with, say, 99% or even more accuracy, maybe yes.
Ma'am, 1% is scary. When RFID doesn't catch 3%
अभी तो
people
1% भी नहीं
who
है,
are
अभी तो उससे भी
अभी I know. So
बहुत बड़ा नंबर है.
what number is okay? Because that वो भी तो एक बच्चा है जिस पे हमने गलत intervention ले लिया. And
Again,
so
that
there is this technology where you put your fingerprint, it tells your future, which has no correlation at all,
No,
and
no,
it's so
that's-
damaging
yeah.
because parents are making career decisions based on that report. There
That's
is-
exactly what people have been doing with astrologers and your
Yes.
zodiac signs.
So
and
again, so would
people
you trust?
start their days with
So
that.
an edtech company
So-
puts up a stall next year and says, "Ma'am, we're going to do this for you." What are you going to tell
So
them?
I would believe that the company, I would ask for the research that has gone into it, the data that they've collected before actually applying it.
Where
into
do you see
schools.
data? Most of edtech is sold
Yes.
कि बच्चों को बहुत मजा आया है.
we can
वो
either-
प्रिंसिपल से बात करा देता हूँ आपकी. Where is research today?
Again,
We are not doing
इतना
pilot
trust
tests.
हम already teachers में भी तो डाल ही रहे हैं ना. How do we know that a teacher is reliably able to understand what is wrong with one particular child in one particular moment in a class that is of about 40 students? वहाँ पे कैसे personalization आप करेंगे?
Teachers? Yeah. So my question.
But then
So my question is, what should a machine do and what should a human do? Chalo in today's school or
That's where, like, the intervention. That's why we say that AI cannot totally replace human beings. You know, our intervention is
मैम
required.
वो लाइन तो हो गया.
So
But a
that's what we
person with
say.
AI will replace somebody who. अब मैम अब मुझे clearly बताओ. We are all
AI
principal.
tutor and a teacher. You yourself made the distinction very clear. Tutor is not a teacher, and they're not irreplaceable.
True.
They're not.
But tutors AI tutor क्या कराएगा और humans को क्या करना होगा? 5 years from now, where do we take our schools?
So, this happened in one of my schools. Class 9 student actually last year. वो नहीं homework करके ला रहा था बच्चा. I'm just using male gender because generally हम ऐसे
Not
ही
to
बात
stereotype.
करते हैं. Not to stereotype.
But
so the
generally
kid was
true.
not. The kid was. The kid was not doing the assignments and was not attentive in the class as much. तो teacher ने because इतने समय से उसको pursue कर रहे थे, parents से भी बात हो गई थी, तो in a moment of frustration कह दिया था कि तुम school आते क्यों हो फिर? अगर नहीं करना है, if you don't align
तुम्हारे
with
पापा
the
फीस क्यों
system.
देते हैं ना? We used to hear that. फीस किस
No,
बात की देते
the
हो?
child said मैं आपके लिए आता ही नहीं हूँ, मैं अपने friends के लिए आता हूँ.
How
Where
nice.
else do I meet my friends?
So that's the role of physical
So,
school.
No, that is one of the roles of the schools. Schools are where children learn the emotions, emotional management, the transaction, बच्चों के साथ वो, because those are the ones
So
जिनके
do you
साथ वो
see
grow up
schools
होने
becoming
वाले
more
हैं.
like community centers
They are. They already
rather
are.
than custodians of knowledge? Are we
They
going to
already
break
are.
that?
They already are.
Schools are beyond that, and we have sir raising hand for a long time. So if he, sir can be given a
हमारे तो
chance.
अभी मैम आज भी 8 पीरियड होते हैं वही NCERT डेफिनेशन क्या बात कर रहे हो कौन सा कम्युनिटी सेंटर बन
Can we
गया
allow this gentleman to speak? Please, sir. Please, sir.
could you pass the mic to him or नहीं गौरव आपको ना
There was a mic
कैमरा में नहीं आएगा
which ma'am had.
थैंक यू सर माय नेम इज गौरव और मैं आपको एक चीज़ बताता हूँ
Mic closer.
राइट जो स्कूल्स हैं ना सर वो आजकल काफ़ी ज़्यादा ओरिएंटेड नहीं है कि पढ़ाई होनी चाहिए आजकल होना चाहिए कि खेल भी होना चाहिए बिकॉज जब तक आप बच्चे को ज़मीनी तौर पर लेकर नहीं आओगे वो पढ़ाई से दूर भागेगा पढ़ाई इंपॉर्टेंट है पर किस हद तक इंपॉर्टेंट है ये हम डिसाइड नहीं करते वो बच्चा डिसाइड करता है कभी कभी
I'll add to that.
राइट क्योंकि जब बच्चों का फोर्स करोगे ना तो वो एक बाउंड्री भी बन जाता है और आज की डेट में बाउंड्री को तोड़ना बहुत ज़रूरी है
Can I just add to that? In the previous session, Mr. Vijayendra, who's the Chancellor of Shobit University, he used a very nice phrase that education is about developing head, heart and hands. AI and technology can do a lot to develop the head, but the hands and the heart require a lot of community support. They require a lot of teacher support. They require student support. Why did COVID create so much unlearning? It created unlearning because education is not about what the teacher teaches through a 8x10 screen. It's when 40 children stand up in class in unison and say, "Good morning, ma'am," that's when they learn discipline. When I lose an eraser as a 5-year-old and I tap my neighbor on the shoulder and say, "Can I borrow yours?" That's when I learn how to collaborate, to socialize. That is what education is about.
Okay, so then let me build on that. Then are the schools, if Manish is so happy about the school system, are the schools, genuinely do you believe we are preparing our children for the world of 2000, what, 30, 35? 35, whatever. 30 to bhi ho jayega. Are we, when they enter the workplace after they, अगर कॉलेज जाएं या ना जाएं मुझे नहीं पता क्या होने वाला है.
सर इसका आंसर मैं देता हूँ आपको.
अच्छा आप बताएंगे. अच्छा आप तो नहीं खिलाएंगे बच्चों को. सर खिलाते हैं हम बच्चों को. दो गेम्स पीरियड होते हैं वीक में. वो सब्स्टिट्यूट टीचर ले लेते हैं. मैथ्स का हमारा सिलेबस कंप्लीट करना होता है तो वी एंड अप टेकिंग दैट आल्सो.
फोबिया बना लिया हमने. एक फोबिया बना लिया स्कूल्स ने भी. ये बच्चों को पढ़ाना है 90% बोर्ड लेवल आना चाहिए.
सर बट पेरेंट्स आल्सो आर टू बी बिलीव्ड. पेरेंट्स आल्सो टू बी ब्लेम्ड फॉर दिस. ऐसा नहीं है कि स्कूल से हमारी गलती.
ब्लेम गेम नहीं है यहाँ पे, सॉल्यूशन गेम है. नहीं सर यहाँ
पेरेंट्स तो यहाँ है नहीं, हम उनको ब्लेम कर सकते हैं.
सर ब्लेम
Can I suggest who needs to be blamed? Why don't you finish and then I'll have a suggestion.
हम सब जिम्मेवार हैं.
नहीं सर जिम्मेवारी नहीं है. हमें सॉल्यूशंस को ढूंढना है. जब तक हम सॉल्यूशंस हमारे सामने है पर हम सॉल्यूशंस के सामने वो आंसर्स नहीं ला पाते जो हमें पसंद नहीं है. क्योंकि जब तक आप पेरेंट्स को नहीं बोलते बच्चों को खेलने दो, पेरेंट्स कहता है मुझे बच्चे को खेलने दूंगा, वो फ्यूचर में क्या करेगा. अब फ्यूचर लाइज अहेड कि बच्चे को 9 to 6 जॉब करनी है, गवर्नमेंट जॉब करनी है. ये फाइट हमेशा रहेगी इंडियन सोसाइटी में.
सर मैम उनको एजुकेट करना भी तो हमारा काम है ना. सो who अगर नहीं करेंगे तो if we start behaving like a service business कि if what the parents want we just give that, then we are doing a disservice to our children as well. Then
can I suggest maybe I'm jumping 3 steps ahead. Why do parents put pressure? Why is there societal pressure? It's for one single reason, and that's a job. A job means good scores, good marks in a good college. Good college means good marks in the 12th. Good marks in the 12th comes when you get science or a discipline of your choice, which means good marks in the 10th. The problem lies there. The problem lies that in the fact that that today industry, and sorry I'm going absolutely to the root cause. I consider myself a part of the industry. Out of my 37 years of experience, 30 years have been in the industry. It's only for the last 7 years that I've been in education.
We can't call ourselves an industry. We refer to us as sector.
No, so I come from the telecom sector, the automobile sector and the retail
वो
sector.
industry हम sector है.
The industry is too lazy. When we want somebody for a job, we don't ask ourselves what is the aptitude, what are the knowledge, what are the skills that this person requires. We say अच्छे कॉलेज से ले लो, अच्छे मार्क्स वाला बच्चा ले लो, IIT से ले लो, IIM से ले लो, period. Because for the HR it's a very safe decision. इस बच्चे को मेहनत करनी आती है because he cracked the CAT, he cracked the JEE.
Nobody gets fired for hiring an IIM.
Exactly. And that laziness is what is killing us. This does not happen in many of the developed countries. They will take people who do not necessarily have good marks. Elon Musk has gone on record saying he will not hire from the IITs. By the way.
Manish, I don't completely agree with that because I spend a day of my life, a week just hiring, and I look at skills more than their marks and degrees. कि how can this person really help me? And the skills that I look for, unfortunately, हम schools में तो कराते नहीं हैं. I look for collaboration. School में हम उसको cheating बोलते हैं. So we are actually discouraging collaboration.
Sir, here we are lagging somewhere. Like
तुम कुएं में कूदोगे वो भी मतलब वो कुएं कूदेगा तुम कूद जाओगे. मतलब that's the kind of thing we teach in schools. Yeah.
Sir, अभी भी काफी parents हैं. They are out of it. They don't know. Skill value हम बोलते हैं. हर पहले तो चीज we should value all the students. And of course we need to identify students. And जो skill है उनको लेकर के आना, that is our duty. Secondly, we need to counsel our parents because still some of the parents are there, they don't value skill. Ultimately, what their statement, madam pass hoke kya karega? they don't promote their painting
Yeah.
skills. They don't promote
So,
their.
that is the role as an
Yes.
educator कि to,
Yes.
because parents say this मैं अब 9th आ गया सर अब serious हो जाओ
Exactly.
है ना क्या अभी क्या मजाक चल
So
रहा था
that
मतलब
pressure is imposed by the parents as well. It is very, very important to counsel parents
Yes.
as well.
But who will do it?
When
Schools
do
only
you-
have. We only have.
When do you think that
He said
pressure
about
starts?
solutions. He talked about solutions. Solutions तो ये कि हमें करना पड़ेगा ना.
Yes.
We can't just keep
Parents
blaming
is-
them and walk and चाय पीने चले जाए हम लोग.
Parents it starts from class 1 nowadays, I believe.
Ma'am, I've been a director in this institution for almost 9 years, 9.5 years now. The first month of me being there was a set of parents, a couple came and they were talking about how their child is not studying and not putting in the required number of hours. So after they finished, I asked them कि बच्चे का नाम और class मुझे बताइए. It was a nursery class, ma'am. The lady was worried that her girl dances more than she sits down with those ABCD books. It's through the roof.
Sir, here I want to quote one thing, coming back to the question when what sir was saying. I was in Varanasi and I was teaching in pre-primary. Right now I'm principal, but at that time I was at the age of 23 and 24, and I was teaching in especially Montessori school. It was a Martha Root school running by Mrs. Makbalpur. She was from Iran. There actually I have learned the teaching of pre-primary, और जितनी भी बातें हम स्किल्स की कर रहे हैं उनका स्कूल एक ऐसा स्कूल था सर. शी हैज़ स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम वन रूम एंड शी हैज़ क्रिएटेड अ वेरी ह्यूज बिल्डिंग. सो द चिल्ड्रन दोज हु वर कमिंग इन दैट स्कूल when I was teaching, तो she was just observing from the camera, and whatever she taught me कि भाई जब हम यंग रहते हैं तो बच्चों के साथ रिजिड रहते हैं, उस समय इतनी स्किल्स, और वी वर ऑल्सो इन द ट्रेनिंग. तो मैम आज भी मुझे वो लर्निंग है कि वो एक बात कहते थे कि इफ़ द चाइल्ड डजंट वांट टू राइट, लेट देम नॉट. इफ़ द चाइल्ड वांट्स टू गो अंडर द ट्री एंड राइट देयर, उनका बहुत अच्छा गार्डन था और अभी आगे मैं बता रही हूँ आपको. तो वहाँ पे बच्चा जब बैठ के लिखता था, तृप्ति let the child go out of the room. Why are you asking the child to sit at one place and write it down? The child belongs to the nursery class, LKG class. और जब बच्चे बाहर जाते थे, if somebody wants, वहाँ लिखते थे, वहाँ पढ़ते थे. तो जैसा कि सर ने कहा कि हम बच्चे को फोर्स ना करें, वी डोंट हैव टू फोर्स द चाइल्ड एट द अर्ली चाइल्डहुड. उनका हमेशा ट्रेनिंग सेशन में कहना होता था कि अपनी एनर्जीज.
Ma'am, we all got it. Ma'am, but the challenge with that situation is, since we run here we run more than 4,000 schools here, preschools. The challenge is A, space like this, second, quality of teachers, third, student-teacher ratio, fourth, the fee that we can charge. So, and fifth, the biggest one is parent expectations. Yes, there may be parents who join that school, preschool, because they understand the philosophy, but the majority of parents will say कि उस स्कूल में तो M तक करा दिया मैडम, आपने अभी तक स्टार्ट भी नहीं किया है. So there are those parents.
We have to change the mindset of the stakeholders.
So I'm just talking about
We
why
have to
it's
change
not
the
being done.
Unless the mindset will not get changed.
Okay,
under the
so-
training required,
so ma'am,
and the mindset, and Banaras के सारे school, if they see the result of Martha Root, they never take the entrance test. Even the missionary also school doesn't take.
I'm understood. Those children have a fabulous experience because if they got good quality teachers, there's space, teacher-student ratio, सब teacher ठीक होंगे, तो obviously the child will nurture. But how do you do this at scale, and the fee that you have to charge for the rents for such a space? Look, you have to look at the economics of it as well. But that's where
The
these
skills of
systems.
the teacher, the mindset.
That's why Waldorf, kindergarten, these philosophies don't work in India because ये सब वहाँ पर चलती है जहाँ पर वहाँ पर in Europe the salaries are very very high for a kindergarten teacher.
No,
Here
the
we are not.
madam has come in Varanasi.
मैम वो वाराणसी में आए होंगे. I understand. So it is. So these models are I'm very happy to hear that, and they must be working wonderfully well. But they'll always remain isolated ones. You will never see this replicated at scale. That is the whole issue. I'm saying.
Sir,
Why it's not happening? Why is every school not like
the
that?
first work is to change the mindset of our stakeholders, parent,
Yes.
and the teacher training, and the teacher's mindset.
ठीक है मैम,
Because the
we're just
Yes,
running out of time. I'd like to stick to time because
Okay.
सर खिला देंगे सर. अब पक्का सर, गेम्स पर पक्का.
नहीं सर, वो बात नहीं. अच्छा सर, एक ओवरऑल व्यू लेते हैं. प्रेशर कभी पेरेंट्स पे नहीं आएगा अगर हम बोर्ड एग्जाम को हटा
माइक को पास ले.
राइट.
या
प्रेशर ना पेरेंट्स पे आएगा ना टीचर्स पर आएगा. अगर हम बोर्ड्स एग्जाम को 10th और 12th को बोले आपसे अबॉलिश हो गए, प्रेशर नहीं आएगा. ये गेम प्रेशर गेम है.
सर वो स्कूल ही बंद हो जाएगा अगर जो
नहीं
स्कूल ये
होगा,
बोलेगा.
नहीं होगा.
कि हम बोर्ड के एग्जाम्स नहीं हमें
एक सेकंड
So-
एक सेकंड लेट मी फिनिश
so let me ask a question to them.
लेट मी सी बोर्ड एग्जाम जो शुरू हुए थे वो ब्रिटिशर्स ने शुरू करे थे, राइट? 1916 में शुरू हुए थे बोर्ड एग्जाम्स.
But it's a global standardized tests are everywhere.
It was not. Earlier it was नहीं थे कभी, उन्होंने थोपे गए थे. अगर जो चीज़ थोपी जाती है ना सर, उसके अगेंस्ट रेवोल्यूशन होना बहुत मुश्किल है. लेकिन अभी जो प्रेशर बिल्डअप होता है वो होता है बोर्ड्स के लिए. 10th 12th के मार्क्स के हिसाब से ही कॉलेज डिसाइड होता है.
So let me ask you a question. You talked about solutions. What is an objective way to judge children at scale, which is objective? Is there a solution right now? Do you have an answer for that?
Yes.
A better way of testing, because ultimately what ma'am started off with, exams seem to be the reason why we behave the way we do. Why are we still focused on serious ho jao, NCRT is the examination? You're right. It will not break until an alternative comes. AI is offering us hope, but I'm also concerned about that 1% जहाँ गड़बड़ हो जाएगा.
बिल्कुल होगा सर, गड़बड़ हर जगह होने का उम्मीद है. गड़बड़ नहीं होगा तो फिर हम सिस्टम को आगे से कैसे अच्छे से करेंगे? मैनिपुलेशन हर लाइफ में होता है, टीचिंग लाइफ में भी होता है, स्टूडेंट के पेरेंट्स के कॉन्फ्लिक्ट भी होता है.
So do you have a solution or are you going to have a problem now?
सॉल्यूशन सर.
क्या solution? जल्दी. 30 seconds.
हमें सिर्फ अपने आप को भी इस सेंसिटिव मोड पे इतना ज़्यादा प्रिक्लेयर नहीं करना है कि हमें रिजिड नहीं होना है. बच्चे को मौका देना जो बच्चा करना चाहता है. उसके बाद हम अपनी चीज़ों को लेकर आ सकते हैं, उन चीज़ों को पेरेंट्स के साथ बात के डिस्कस कर सकते हैं. इट इज डिस्कशन विच इज रिक्वायर्ड. अंटिल डिस्कशन नहीं होगा.
So what do you want a school to say to the parent कि हाँ बोर्ड के एग्जाम की टेंशन मत लो?
बिल्कुल नहीं लेने की जरूरत सर. क्यों लेने टेंशन?
क्या करने मार्क्स का?
सर मार्क्स ठीक है, आपने 90% ले आए, 90% बच्चा कहता है मुझे शेफ बनना है, तो 90% क्या करोगे सर? शेफ तो कोई भी बन सकता है.
Okay, fine.
एग्जैक्ट द पॉइंट इज प्लेटफॉर्म है सर, पर हम लोग ढूंढ नहीं पाते. हमें 3 चीज चाहिए: डॉक्टर्स, इंजीनियर्स एंड
या हाँ गोलगप्पे की रेडी. 3 चीजें होती थी. डॉक्टर बन जाओ, इंजीनियर, या बाहर चौकीदार की नौकरी. Okay, so quickly before I think we have some last 30-second answers. What should schools start doing which they are not doing right now, and what should schools stop doing which we are doing right now to ensure we are preparing our children for the 2035 workplace? 30-second answers.
Since you had asked this question, I was ready for it. I agree with what ma'am is saying. I believe we need more classes happening outside classrooms. We really need to open the minds of kids. I'll be as simple as that.
Having more empathy towards teachers and investing in teacher well-being as a system.
True.
And we do talk about compliances, but if we can go beyond compliances, I think that will bring more empathy, what I'm connecting with it. And sir, I have just written that few days back only we have conveyed to our coaches, we call teachers as coaches in our school. So we told them that at least once in a week you will take your classroom outside. So plan your lesson plan accordingly. Yeah.
I feel that the most important thing is that we fear technology. That is why we are sitting here and talking about it. So schools should not fear to adapt new technology, and at the same time they need to come up with solutions wherein ultimately the growth of the child is our end result. That is the most important fact. So we need to work on that.
Yes, thank you. I think that kind of sums it up for everybody, that it's school of the future is, I think technology will not be a differentiating factor for schools. It will be with everybody. What is going to make a difference between a school that is future ready, I believe, I think we all are agreeing, is the humans behind it, the leadership and the teachers as well. And Ma'am, you mentioned that we need to equip our teachers because, and we talked about failure of students as well. I think that was an important point, that when a student fails, it's not just a child failing, it's a system failing. When a teacher cannot use a tool, it's the system failing to train her as well. And I think that's what we all need to do it. And when a parent puts pressure for something, again, it's a system not equipping the parents with the right information to make the right decisions, whether the child should be a chef. So I think we have to move on and think that it's not, the smart schools are not the ones with the most technology. They'll be the ones with the most wise and intelligent leadership and humans at the center. Thank you so much, everybody, for participating this table as well. So a round of applause over there, sir, as well. So a round of applause for everybody for participating in the session. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to all our panelists. Can we have a huge round of applause again for our motivated panelists over here? Now I would like to invite Kumar Chandananand sir to felicitate our panelists. Can we have a huge round of applause again for our panelists and Kumar Chandan sir? We will felicitate Amol Arora sir, MD of Shamrock and Shamford Group of Schools. Next, we have Manish Rastogi, Group CEO and Director, Z Learn Limited. Congratulations to you, sir. Thank you so much for being here. Next, we have Abhishek Rathore, sir, COO, Sanford Group of Schools. We have Bindu Sangwan, founder principal, the Gurukulam School, Jaipur. Next, we have Neha Singh, director of St. Kabir's School and Siddharth International School, Hisar. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for this remarkable gathering of education leaders and visionaries.